Hello everybody, this is Zuchen Wang. Today I'd like to introduce how to measure the characteristics of Athener by Me1300 Athener training kit. Okay, let me introduce our equipment. This is the transmitter and this is the receiver. These are the different kinds of antennas. And this is the network analyzer which was used in this lab. Okay. And this is the software RedPad. Firstly, we need to connect all of the equipment and fix text antenna. The first lab is impedance measurement, and I select the 915 MHz dipole antennas to do this lab. Let me set the antenna. Set this value and connect the antenna. Let's see the screen of network analyzer, the S11. You can see this value. This value is the reflection coefficient in dB form. And I change it in phase. We can read this phase. And change to Smith. This Smith chart about impedance, and we can read this value is the impedance of this antenna. Secondly, I measure the gain of antennas. There are three methods to measure antennas. The first one is two antennas method. In order to use two antenna method, I need to select two same antennas. I'm changing the set in the red pad. I change the frequency range between 2300 to 2500 MHz. The frequency is 24 MHz. I test the 2400 MHz dipole antenna by two antenna method. I ensure that the output is high. Then I tap the button S21 and read the value of S21. This means the receiver power divides the transmitter power. Then I use 2400 MHz Yagi antenna as the receiver. I measure its gain by gain transfer method. By using this method, I want to measure an unknown antenna. I need a known antenna. Because the dipole antenna has been measured, it can be seen as the known antenna. dipole antenna, microstrip patch antenna, and Yagi antenna to test the three antenna method. If there are three unknown antennas need to be measured, we can use the three antenna method. Group any two antennas as a group, and there are three groups. Then I repeat the steps of two antenna method. Use these three results to calculate their gains. Next, I plot radiation pattern by RedPath software. Then I use the same method to do the polarization measurement. For this measurement, I change back the 915 MHz dipole antenna. So I need to change the setting of RedPath. After setting antennas, homing the receiver. After homing step, run the RedPath. The graph has been done. And save the data. I input the data into Excel. Then I use this data to plot a graph. The radiation patterns result, and this is the first result of polarization. Then I change their position. Horizontal to perpendicular, vertical to horizontal. After changing position, repeat the same step above. As you can see, this is the result of the three groups. Each group involves three graphs. In this section, comparison of antenna characteristics, we need to compare three factors: gain, beam width, and bandwidth. It has been measured in previous lab, and bandwidth can be read in the network analyzer in the first impedance lab. The graph of polarization and draw the half power circle. There will be two cross points. The angle between them is beam width. The process of free space experiment is similar with the gain experiment. The distance between transmitter and receiver. Then measure their path loss, which is S21. In this video, I explained how to measure the characteristics of antennas. I measure the impedance and the gain of antenna, and I plot the radiation pattern and the polarization. Then I compare the three characteristics of antenna. In the future, I may do further research about how to apply and develop real antenna in human life. Thank you for your listening.